for being here. Thanks for all your likes, shares, subscribes. Two things before we head into your reading. First thing is I have officially launched my Patreon account, so if you do want to subscribe to that, the information is in the description. Patreon will include information on astrology, numerology, esoteric wisdom, religion, etc. All of it. It's really just a platform to connect with the people who view me often, or the people who tap into my platforms for spiritual education, to connect with them in a more intimate way. So perhaps maybe you don't want to book a one-on-one reading, you can't afford a one-on-one reading, or whatever the case is. Patreon really is another way for us to connect intimately as a collective in one shared space. I will be posting things from moon readings to collective readings to just very important astrological information pertaining to us, exclusive to Patreon first. So if you do want to support me, you have the option to do that. It's $11.11 per month, and you also have the option to make a custom pledge. So made it very affordable. If you want to support this channel, go below to do that. And then secondly, this will be a 2021 reading for you. So this is kind of seeing what is in store for the year ahead and discussing what your journey looked like in 2020 as you close the year. So with that said, let's head into your reading. Remember that this is a collective reading, so it may or may not resonate. If it does resonate, great. If it doesn't, check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and north node signs. You also have the option of finding another reader because there are many of those on YouTube. So let's get into some things. All right, so first cards coming up in what you're leaving behind is the Temperance and the King of Wands. I feel like you were really determined about something, and for some reason out of your control, something was really slow to manifest or slow to come in for you. Tell me more about the King of Wands and the Temperance. Oh, what is the King of Wands and the Temperance? It's also this energy of investing in things that never really come to fruition. I feel like you've made a lot of investments in 2020, and at the end of the year you're looking at like these expectations that you had from the investments that you made, and some of them never really quite came together, whether that be people who you invested in, friendships, relationships, finances, whatever. I feel like something here just didn't quite come together the way you imagined, but it was out of your control and for your highest good. And that's what I feel like you're leaving in 2020. Maybe you're finally accepting that something didn't come together in a way that you wanted it to. Tell me about the Temperance and the King of Wands. What is this Temperance and King of Wands? Thanks. God. Okay, the Fool. So you probably started something. It just did not come together in the way that you expected. You did your part because you're coming up as the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is known to be the most passionate king in the tarot, but also he has a drive to sustain this passion. He has the hard work to sustain this passion. So I feel like you got into that energy of passionately pursuing a new beginning, new job, new person, new something, some new beginning, some leap of faith, something that you hadn't done before, or something that had a little bit of a risk, or just something that you probably didn't even see the clear direction of where this could go, but you invested anyway. And I feel like it just didn't come together to meet your expectations. That energy is what you're leaving behind. And what you're taking with you in 2021 is coming up as a Six of Cups. So this is a nostalgia. Tell me about this Six of Cups. I need more. Not that much more. Okay. Two of Swords, Four of Swords, Page of Cups. I feel like, are you taking this energy into 2020 of trying to carefully decide who you invest in terms of relationships? Remember, relationships is friendship, all kinds of relationships. I feel like you're being very, very strategic, almost to a fault, about who you invest in and also what you invest in creatively. And I also feel like you're heading into 2021 evaluating old friendships that you have had. Are you considering cutting somebody off, Scorpio? But you're conflicted because you love them so much and the relationship has so much history. I feel like that's it. You guys let me know below. Last year's big lesson is coming up as a Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Very solo, solitary energy. I feel like this is very much the energy of, it's like you were able to flip a nickel and turn it into like a fortune for yourself. And a fortune is a stretch. You don't have to be a millionaire or whatever, but I felt like you took a little and turned it into a lot. Page of Pentacles talks about being diligent. Being diligent and being steadfast, and also wanting something to work in terms of finances. Also, it speaks on being able to develop to a successful level, but needing that diligence and that steadfastness and that organization and things like that to be able to manifest it, because the pages have lots to learn. So what they have are strong desires, lots to learn, and I feel like your biggest lesson was how to kind of turn something small, could be a small desire, into an actual idea, or a small idea into an actual money-making thing that's sustaining you and that is making you self-sufficient or making you independent. You don't have to ask anybody for something. But I feel like there was some lesson in terms of your financial area where you were able to flip something and make it better. I feel like you were able to also rely on self more financially. Really, I'm just seeing a lot of self here, honestly. So kudos to you if you were able to, in a very, very tough year like 2020, find ways to make income for yourself to be self-sustaining. Because, yeah, this was really the year of innovation. So if this is you, Scorpio, if you were a Scorpio that found a way to flip a situation to your benefit, flip an idea to something that's very fruitful, kudos. Love that. And next card, last year's big achievement is coming up as the King of Swords. I love this energy. So 2020's big achievement for you is that you are, it's almost like you're engaging, or you were able to engage with your intellect and your communication in a very, very, very clear, decisive way. The King of Swords talks about, this is probably the smartest king in the tarot. He is very, very intellectually prone. He is logical, decisive. He is all about the facts. I feel like that's the energy that you were able to tap into. Maybe you were somebody who thought from the heart space more, and 2020 taught you to channel more from this King of Swords energy, where you're able to be upfront, transparent, and speak up for yourself in situations where you're uncomfortable, in situations with others that just made you feel a certain kind of way. I just feel like your strength was being able to finally communicate what you want to communicate, and not being afraid to wield your sword and cut people out when it's necessary. That's a big achievement, because that's difficult. That's probably one of the most difficult things for us as human beings. Tell me about the King of Swords for Scorpio. Clarified by the King of Cups. Yep. The Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Cups. So I feel the Knight of Cups is known. It's so funny how sometimes I'm like, I don't need to clarify that card, and then when I clarify the card, it's like they're saying, trust your intuition. You didn't need to clarify that shit. But yeah, the Knight of Cups is known as the knight who is very, very in touch with his heart space. This knight leads from the heart even when it does not make logical sense. King of Cups, also somebody who is very, very intuitive, somebody who feels a lot, operates from a very emotional space, doesn't always necessarily speak on their emotions, but they have a lot of them. Eight of Swords is I feel like this is feeling guilty or trapped. I feel like you finally learned how to speak up for yourself, Scorps. You learned to speak up for yourself, and you also learned to make head over heart decisions, which are necessary in life, because you can't always make decisions from an emotional place. Can't always make decisions about important things based on how we feel or how we feel about a person. So I feel like the big achievement was that you stepped into that King of Swords energy. And then your personal theme for 2021 is coming up as a 10 of Pentacles, which I love. Cancer also got this card in this exact place, but another card came out with it. You got the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands. So this is the thing, Scorpios. I feel like whatever was not given to you, whatever did not come together in a time that you wanted or whatever, I feel like it's very much happening for you in 2021, especially as it relates to your finances and how you're able to share that and provide and set up for your family. I feel like that's what you're heading into, like a very solid place in terms of building a legacy for yourself and your family. And it's also clarified by this. I feel like you're gonna be very protective about who you let around you, who you let around your family, probably because you've had experiences recently with having to exercise that muscle of cutting people off, of cutting things out. I feel like you're gonna be very, very guarded about your family and about just who you let close, who you give access to you in terms of your money, who you give access to in terms of people who spend time with your family, your kids, things like that. And then the advice for 2021 came up as the 6 of Wands and the Page of Swords. So I don't know what you're doing, Scorps, but I feel like some of you are very widely known. I don't know if you work in a specific arena or something, but I just feel like there are going to be a lot of eyes on you, or the person that I'm reading for, or the people that are resonating with this. There's going to be something that you're going to be recognized for in 2021. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be curious about you. A lot of people will be looking up to you. A lot of people will be, almost like looking towards you to learn or something like that. But the guidance is for you to always remain ethical and also always remain curious. So if you're in a position of power and teaching people, you're always coming from a very empowered space and always bringing value, ethical value to people. And then your superpower, a lot of people will really be curious about you. A lot of people will really be spying on you. If you have social media too, I don't know if your social media will be blowing up in 2021 or something, but all eyes are going to be on you in a specific area of your life. Like, people will be watching is what I'm saying. Superpower. Your superpower for 2021. Now, this is a very, very powerful energy. The 8 of Wands and the Tower, for me, this means you have a very, very transformative energy when you do commit to something. I feel like you have the power of shaking shit up, and we all know this because Scorpio, transformation. But I feel like your superpower next year will very much be harnessing this energy of transform. Maybe you're helping transform others. Maybe you're helping to like reveal truths. Tell me about the 8 of Wands and the Tower. Your card, the Death card and the Capricorn, the Devil card came out. So, yeah, I just spoke about this. This is a card of transformation. So, rebirth, things like that. So Scorpios, we all know that you have the ability to transform the lives of others, but this may be a year that you'll be taking action to do it. Like, I feel like you're intentionally trying to transform people. Are you guys working in an area where you like, it gives me energy of like life coach, therapist, I don't know, but it's almost like you're intentionally taking action to cause a rebirth or an upheaval in others. Kind of like you're able to expose toxicity in a way that helps people become aware of it to be able to transform it. You know? Tell me more about this Ace of Wands, the Tower. What is this in regards to? Is this work? Is this family? What is this? Okay, Scorpios, through the truth that you speak and through your own personal journey, you will be activating this transformation in the people who you encounter in 2021. We all know Scorpio energy is very, very transforming, right? But I feel like there's going to be an emphasis on that. So this may look like you engaging with people to be their catalyst. So maybe you having things to teach somebody, you meeting people who you need to teach, like you need to be their teacher in that moment in whatever way. Doesn't necessarily mean that you need to stick around or whatever, but I just get the sense here that you'll be exposing fracture points. You know, like you expose a wound for the person to do the work to heal it. And then last but not least, the how to harness your superpowers coming up as the Queen of Wands and the Two of Wands. So you're going to be taking action. You're going to be pursuing a new path, right? Whether this is work or... Tell me about this Queen of Wands, Two of Wands, please. What is this? I don't know what you'll be doing, but you'll be harnessing this very transformational energy to help other people. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. Could also be dealing with a Capricorn and having this dynamic with them in 2021. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands and the Two of Wands. What is it? Ten of Swords. So Scorpios, you have a very, very interesting superpower because your superpower is just your way of being, right? So your way of being is like, which is naturally your energy, is I feel like you're able to evoke so much transformational energy in people and change in people by just small actions that you do. So whether you end something with someone or you travel a new path or something, I just feel like you will evoke these feelings in other people. So if you're a Scorpio and you've ever realized that people react to you in a specific way, it's because of that. You guys carry that very potent transformational energy. But I feel like how you harness this energy is, it's almost like you guys are going to be determined in ending one specific path, and I feel like pursuing another career path. This feels like career to me, where you guys are able to help other people in this way. Now, I have not done oracle messages for the air signs and the fire signs, but I just did one for Cancer, so I'm going to continue doing them for the water and earth signs. So let's get some final advice for you. Spirit, what is the advice for Scorpio in 2021? What is the final advice for Scorpio in 2021? Advice for Scorpio in 2021, please. all that glitters. Card number 16. Sometimes an opportunity looks so good that it glitters like gold and you just can't resist it, especially when it appears others are doing so well and have hit the mother lode. During the American gold rush, everyone hurried west to find their fortune and then deserted entire towns after the mining depleted the gold veins in the earth. So too can you deplete yourself as you chase after the latest shiny thing that has caught your eye. There is a mercurial quality to your present circumstances. Pay no attention to those who chase after fool's gold. Resist the temptation to be jealous of others. What they have achieved may not be the true success you seek, so don't compare yourself to them. You see only the surface right now, only the sparkle. Be assured that you will experience your own shining moment if you stick to what you know. All that glitters may not be gold for you. So that's just a message to remember as you go through 2021. A lot of these readings will not make sense to you right now because it's not 2021 yet, but you can bookmark this to watch at a later date. And with that said, that's all I have to share with you guys today. I'll see you next time. Remember, all the information you need from me is below. Thank you.